How's it going, ladies and gents, as we welcome you to another radio broadcast of the Entertainment Roundtable. Name's Angel, alongside with my broadcast partner, Alex. Headline subject numero uno: the end of the mythical starting quarterback streak of future Hall of Famer Brett Favre. You think Favre is starting to seriously look at the writing on the wall now of his football mortality? Will Brett Favre finally retire? Alex, enlighten us all.
I believe so. I mean, the way he's been going, I mean, he got a serious injury. He lost his starting streak, and ended. And on top of that, the last game he was in, he got a pretty bad concussion. So it looks like he's going to retire. I hate to see him go out the way he is, but I think he needs to retire. I mean, he has nothing to prove. He's won a Super Bowl championship. He has all these great football stats. He's set. If he retire, he'll probably be the next he might be in for the next ballot to go to the Hall of Fame. I mean, this guy is legendary.
First ballot, that man.
Right. So he has nothing to prove. So to me, yes, he is going to retire. I hate to see him go out of this, but he needs to retire. I don't want to see him get hurt. He's a great guy, and I don't want to, see him get hurt. Basically, he's done enough. He's proved. He has nothing to prove. He's done everything you can achieve in NFL and then some. So to me, he should retire.
And now for today's movie and video game preview, here's Alex.
Hi guys. Well, you all saw the I'm pretty sure people saw the Spike TV Awards. Movie video game awards, and then all that good stuff. Well, I'm kind of disappointed with the video game awards this year because they really just kind of give a big middle finger to Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo did push out two big titles, and they should have been nominated for Game of the Year, except it got that kind of the middle finger.
Huge middle one.
Because the top two titles I'm talking about is GoldenEye, the remake, which to me lived up, if not, in my opinion, surpassed the original in certain areas. And because that's what got me into the game industry in the first place. GoldenEye. That was like the first game I played on the N64 with my older brother Andrew. So, for them to do what they did on the remake was very impressive, and I thought I'm very impressed what they did with it. So everything was better. The story is well more explained. The voice acting is amazing. The gameplay's some amount of Call of Duty. It's probably the best shooters on Wii period. Even better than the Prime trilogy. So in my opinion, that should have got nominated. And plus I had multiplayer, which everyone loved, and I've put on it a couple of times. It's fantastic. And plus, also another one I didn't nominate was Super Mario Galaxy 2. My friend of mine let me borrow it for a little while, and I played it. It was amazing. It's a great game. I beat it already. It's way better than Part 1. It surpassed the original in every way. Sure, there's some flaws, but overall, it's a perfect game. A lot of top reviewers give it a perfect 10. IGN being one of them, a perfect 10, which is not only a few has gotten that legendary status of a perfect game. So for those two games to get nominated, it's kind of shocking. Though I think the biggest shock of them all was Red Dead Redemption winning it, because I swear I thought Halo, Reach, or Call of Duty was going to win it, but Red Dead Redemption stole it, which I'm kind of happy. It is a great game. So I think overall it was good. I didn't see all of it. I just saw just the main part there. I think they should have just give more love to Nintendo. That's all I asked on that. And the movie part is about Tron Legacy. In my opinion, how well is it going to do? Well,
Tron.
I think Tron's going to do well, and I'm kind of falling for the hype. I have the Tron controller. I've got some demos of the Tron games that are on Xbox Live Arcade, which are pretty good, I might add. For its time. And and its price is pretty reasonable. So it's 400 Microsoft points. It's $5, I believe. So it's pretty reasonable for its price. So I'm probably gonna buy it when I get my next Microsoft points card. So plus the Tron game did pretty good from what I heard. At its price of $64, I might say, due to tax and everything, it's not worth it. But I think once it goes down to the 20 mark, then I think you should buy it because it does look fun and it has good multiplayer. So it even got a good Tron game. So I think you should wait until it gets a little bit cheaper. But the movie, it looks really good. I mean, they really promote the hell out of this movie. I mean, it's like Tron, those Disney M-Tracks they have when you go to the park. It's usually white. It's like converted to like a Tron thing. So they really promote the movie. It looks good. It looks. I mean, visually looks stunning. It looks amazing.
They've been promoting since March of this year.
I know. I mean, they're promoting it since, or like my brother said, this March. So they really promoting this movie. And it looks good.
Sure, it better be decent at least.
Yeah, so I think it'll live and not surpass the hype, in my opinion, for how it looks. So overall, I think it's going to be probably one of the big ones this year. So I can't wait to see it this Friday.
Yep, Tron merch definitely good, especially the Tron Legacy CD, which is MIA. Along with the Tron feature, other flicks that you may consider in viewing as well also are The Fighter, True Grit, Little Fockers, Narnia, and so on. Alrighty. Now to final thoughts over the last two wrestling pay-per-views of 2010. That was TNA's Final Resolution and WWE's TLC pay-per-view. And if time permits, thoughts on former WWE performer MVP's termination. Alex, start off with the pay-per-views, I should say, of 2010.
TLC was probably the best WWE pay-per-view I've seen in a while. Because there were some that were good, but this one was a great pay-per-view. I left with watching TLC. I left satisfied.
The Divas.
The Divas match was like, because usually when a Divas match comes on, I took it back. I think I go take a bathroom break. It goes to show you how little I think of it in the WWE. And when we went to see Survivor Series live, it only lasted like what? The handicap match between, I forgot her name. What's her name? I don't even know their names. But
it was pretty much all of 2 minutes and 38 seconds. If I'm not mistaken, at my count.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. So
it was a quickie.
But the one it was like a tornado tag tables match. I think one of them being Beth Phoenix. And they cooled them. Yeah, that's what they are. They cooled them. It was actually pretty damn good. I mean, though Beth Phoenix and the Heart Girl, they carried the match, but it was still pretty good. I mean, it was brutal. It was pretty aggressive, and how it ended was pretty spectacular. So it was probably the best WWE Women's match I've seen in years.
They probably been sparring with the TNA Knockouts, because that's where it's at. That's what's up.
Yeah, because they did really good. So overall, that was good. Overall, everything else was good. The John Morrison Sheamus match was fantastic. The Fatal 4-Way match between Rey Mysterio, Edge, Kane, and Del Rio was really, really good. John Cena vs. Wade Barrett, the main event, was good. Randy Orton and Miz, it was decent, but I think Alex Riley, or A-Rod as he's called, just killed the mood.
Probably the two gayest endings in wrestling history. The way it ended the first time around, and then they top it by ending with even more of a gay ending, where A-Rod being pushed into Randy Orton, because the two endings of that match were definitely very high on the gayometer.
Right. Plus, not to mention Kofi Kingston and Jack Swagger match, and Dolph Ziggler Intercontinental Ladder match, and how they both grabbed it, Kofi and Jack. The belt fell, and Dolph grabbed it. He won the match. I thought that, this guy does not deserve to keep that belt. I think.
Yeah, that match was gay too.
Yeah. So I think in Royal Rumble, around the Royal Rumble time, he'll lose that belt. But overall, most of the matches were really good. Santino and Vladimir, that was, like I said, that was decent. It had its moments, but it was lacking. But overall, it was good. It was great. I can't complain. Final Resolution, same thing. It was really good. I mean, that was also another great one. Jay Lethal versus Robbie E, that was good. Machine Guns versus Generation Me, that was just spectacular. That was the best match. That was like match of the night, in my opinion. Pope versus Abyss. I mean, it was a bit slow, but it was good. I mean, it had its moments. I think the most disappointing match, I was really disappointed with, was the Samoa Joe and Jeff Jarrett match. I mean, it was just boring. It was so boring.
Boring!
I don't know. it just lacked. You just got to see to understand.
We're gonna start a channel when we see you born matches like that live. This ain't awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I hear you, because this ain't all. That was not awesome. That was just boring. The Matt Morgan Jeff Hardy match, that was really good as well. I mean, there was a lot of the Tara Mickey James match was also good.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of good matches. Overall, it was just really good. I mean, there was some matches that were lacking, and some of the endings were kind of retarded, like the Jay Lethal and Robbie ending.
Oh.
That was just bad. But it had its good matches. So that was another great pay-per-view.
I'm pissed off, and I know you're pissed off as well. Let's make it happen. Let's drop it like it's hot, where the rubber meets the road. Your thoughts, and be candid with it, on the termination of former WWE performer, Miami's own, Florida's own, our beloved. He was showing a lot of love at the Survivor Series. Montel Vontavious Porter, MVP.
I was very, very disappointed. I think WWE just does not like different ethnicities in taking the spotlight in their show.
The black folks.
In particular, because I don't know why. I don't know what's up. I mean, MVP was a good performer. I mean, the time I seen him, he was good. He was a great performer. And the time I seen him wrestle, the time I saw him wrestle that time, he did. When I saw him in Miami Survivor Series, he did. The time he was in the ring he did really good. He sold it well. He sold getting hit, but he also sold hitting someone. He knows he's a good in-ring performer. He's naturally gifted. I mean, he has the mic skills. His finisher's original. I've never seen the Playmaker done before. The way it's been done before, the finisher like that before. So his most finisher original. I like his gear. He's really good. And when he was in Miami, I mean, people were cheering for him. I mean, they were chanting they were chanting his name just to get inside the ring to wrestle. I mean, though he was
giving him buku love.
I mean, though he got eliminated at first, thanks to Del Rio holding him down when Drew McIntyre pinned him, if I'm not mistaken. But people didn't like that. They were booing, in fact. They were booing. In fact, when he got eliminated first. I mean, everyone thought Chris Masters of Rey Mysterio team would go out first, but ended up being MVP of all people. And then I was thinking after the King of the Ring tournament thing, which had Drew McIntyre and MVP to compete in the King of the Ring tournament thing, he got eliminated. And I think I'm not sure shortly after that he got fired, if I'm not mistaken. I think the main reason he got fired, he was complaining on Twitter a lot about how he was being treated in WWE. I mean, rightfully so.
About his star fading.
Pretty much. I mean, he's been treated like crap. I mean, he hasn't won a championship in a while. I mean, and the time they pushed him, for what I heard, he did really good. So I don't know why all of a sudden they just decided to just drop him like that. There's a lot of wrestlers in WWE they should let go. I think Drew McIntyre for one. I mean, he's a dry wrestler. He can't even wrestle. He's dry. There's a lot of wrestlers in WWE that they should get rid of first before even thinking about firing MVP. Zack Ryder is another one. Dolph Ziggler. I mean, those others getting better, but still, I mean, there's a lot of wrestlers that come to mind before you just fire MVP.
I don't know for a fact that World Wrestling Entertainment is indeed racist, because I have a brother right now who's got like shitloads of potential, and Ezekiel Jackson, if they were to end up screwing him.
I know. I mean, I don't want to say they're racist, but the way they're pulling their other wrestlers, it doesn't show. It kind of seems that way. The way that they're not pushing their wrestlers. They're only pushing certain ones and not pushing the right ones. They're not pushing for the future. They're not willing to take a chance. They really risk anything. That's why that's why I think a lot of people like TNA better, because in TNA, I mean, WWE's good, but I think the reason why people like TNA more because they give everyone a chance. If you're not doing well, if you get fired, that's because of you, not because of the company. The company gives you your shot. Whether WWE, the reason why they're not doing as well, because they're not giving everyone a shot. I think that's the issue of why I think people like TNA better than WWE. That's my opinion on that.
So next time, YouTube Universe, we are gone.